doing that?
Because I made God, Mikey. I made God, bro.
Tell me.
I made God, and immediately after that first part where it was done,
Yeah,
that was the single. It was like, all right, God, it's God. Last
done,
chorus, done.
done.
I remember I sat there and listened to the song for like 2 minutes, ran it back, I don't know how many times, and then went, nah, this isn't done. Because I couldn't stand that I just made this trap hip hop beggar and did not say anything that like was a message to myself of like, nah, this is really what, like, I didn't want that going out into the world. And there
Right.
not being a side to that record where when someone really listened to it, they go, oh, this is really what the truth is. All this other stuff is like performance, and this is who you really are.
I
That's
like the yin
what I
yang
was
in
scared of.
that song a lot. It's
Yeah,
good.
I
It's
appreciate
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what I said. Like, from that person to Crawl to someone
Right.
who's far more poor, put under society and not cared about in any sort of way. And it's a tragedy to, all right, well, this other person trying to find and go deeper under where Crawl is to
Going
pull
under.
someone out of a dark ocean, an abyss, to
Yep.
finally land on diamonds, where now you're back with the riches again. But it's like, but you don't have the thing that like the thing that actually matters to you, this person that actually matters to you. That's what
Right.
you want. But everybody only cares about, oh, look at the fame, the fortune, look at the photos that we get to take of you. Ah! Like all that is like what people want this person for, but they don't want that. They just want to
Yeah.
be laid up somewhere with someone that they love and never leave the house.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. Speaking of diamonds, can we hear a clip from because diamonds is diamonds has a beat to it, and we have to hear that part, and we have to hear Aaron on it too.
yes.
I'm not one for diamonds, but
Oh, and my boy Amir
diamonds
can
is
sing
all
too.
diamonds is
Out of here
all
with it.
I.
I feel like I'm walking up the street nice and funky to this one. You know?
You are so awful.
Right? And then I feel
You
attacked.
stole my breath
That's what happened.
away.
You know, it started so
You
nice.
took my sorrows,
Now I feel like I'm a victim.
sold them for better things. Cause you know I like the sunshine, nifty yachts, pretty women. I'm too awkward sometimes. I cannot handle the way that they say that this world should work. I'd rather stay back at home where I'm safe to the worst occurs. But if you'd like the glory, I'm sorry I led you on to think that money was all I wanted. I'm not that heartless and guarded when I spend my time with you.
You know what?
But you know
You're absolutely
they
right.
flock and they linger
No.
when rocks weigh your fingers.
Kind of take me through this.
Nobody else can.
Like now that you're kind of taking me through this, God, prayers up, Crawl going under, now you're literally telling us exactly this whole thing in diamonds. You're literally saying, I don't want the money and the fame and all that. Like you're like, I don't want those diamonds.
I don't care about that. Like, give them to me, sure. They're important, but they're not as important for me as they are for maybe giving them to other people to do better things with. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people this all the time.
Talk about that.
Pay me $1 million. Pay me $1 million. Please pay me
Right.
$1 million. So that I can then turn around and put $1 million into my own neighborhood. So that
Right.
drug violence stops, like gun violence stops, so that I don't have to be looking around the corner every 10 seconds like, are people in my neighborhood okay? Is my family all right? Like, that's why you're giving me $1 million. Because I'm going to take this art, blow it up, make it bigger. Oh, now give me another $1 million. I'm gonna just spotlight all these artists that y'all just skip on looking at every day. You walking past on the street and you don't care about all these incredible women of color, all these incredible Negro geniuses back in this hood, making incredible beats, making incredible statements for colleges abroad and here in the national states. Like,
Yes.
I want to be a millionaire, but believe me when I tell you that when I become a millionaire, I'm still going to be in this same house.
Yeah.
My grandmother and my father laid up happy. That's
happy. Content.
Genuinely, like, I'm not going. And even when I have my places and all these other spots in the world for convenience,
right,
you'll be here at home where I feel happiest and where I feel safe. Truly, That's always how I've been.
So those are the real diamonds.
Those are the real diamonds. Those are real diamonds.
Yeah.
When my girl comes along and, you know, I get married and have a kid or kids, whatever.
Yeah.
Those are diamonds. Everything else is an add-on. And that's the stuff it's all going to come. And when it comes, there's going to be a lot of craziness around it, of people chasing me down for it. And like, I get that. I completely understand it. But you're not going to see me unhappy, because I'm going to be with the people that actually care about me, that I know love me, that I know I love. I don't want to be around anything that's going to be draining my energy 10 seconds a day. I wake up and immediately got problems. I don't want that. I just want to be calm and good. Like I said at the top of this, just calm and good. And if I have that, God willing, all the money, all the accolades, thank God for it, because I can just start passing. I can just start immediately. Thank you. Here come the Grammy. All right, let me go run back to the hood. Yo, where's my homies at? Let's go. Let's make the stuff that we always wanted to make, because they giving us the spotlight. Like, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I just want to change the world, change everybody's lives just 1 second at a time, one person at a time. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do.
You're on your way, man. You know, it's funny. Jack Harlow said in an interview, the best part about having money is that you never have to worry about money. And that's literally the best part about having money, is that you don't, because it's such a big worry for so many people. It's such a daily concern, and it drags people down so much. You know what I mean? So like, the best perk about having money is that you never have to worry about it. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what that feels like, but it's
but
it's got to be the truth, because you know what I mean. Like, it is not going to make you happier. Just like the song Diamonds is all about. It really is. You know.
Yeah,
it's like, it's almost deceiving, because the way you sing the song, like you're singing, I think you're singing in minor, right? Am I wrong? Are you in minor?
This is this is actually a funny story too, in terms of process. So right. Aaron doesn't physically appear on this record outside of the chorus. The chorus of this, I'm not one for diamonds. Diamonds is all I got. That is Aaron Kanata. Right. And then everything else, I like wrote the first verse and the pre-hook and like did all the production and everything. Right. But it's so funny to hear you talk about the minor thing, because originally when I came up with the melody for this, the record was minor.
Yeah.
I actually eventually,
and now it's
in class, there was a assignment where we were supposed to take something and like just rework an idea that happened in class, that not that we didn't like, but that, all right, you did something, you thought it was cool, see if you could try to top that idea. And I took the original idea that I had for Diamonds, which was completely in minor, and flipped it over the minor bed into E major. And that was how we have the version of minor of Diamonds now that's in major.
So this is why I ask, because it's funny, you're singing about like the content of the song is kind of negative. Like it's more on the sadder side. But you're singing it in this major key. It's so deceiving.
And I do this all the time. This project, when I tell you this, like I said, this was 2017. Think about this historically. This was when I knew what I wanted to do with music for the rest of my life. Because Magnificent, my mixtape.
So you were trying to really get creative with it.
Yeah. I like tuned into it. Like, this is when I finally, like, all of the records on here were kind of my showcasing of what I love to do is write a song that sounds happy. And what the truth of it is, it's hey ya. We're all dancing. Right. Y'all don't really want to listen to the lyrics though, do you? That's cool. Right. But the message is still there. But y'all, pop record, everybody happy. And I remember in class, Josh Long said this in class, and it was the funniest thing for me, because I was like, I never thought of it this way. He was like, yo, this is probably the best opening line to a record I've ever heard. You are so awful. And the thing is, what are you actually awful for? You are so awful. You are so awful. My breath away. You took my sorrows, terrible things, and turned them into better things. How is that a bad thing? But it is bad, because the person that is in their head about it is
right.
Why'd you
with it?
Why'd you make me happy?
You know what's funny? It's because, you know, so it's in major, right? Because it sounds like, and don't take this the wrong way, because it sounds uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And like, I think that's part of what you were trying to do. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, it's all coming around now, because these songs are like, they're not like a comfortable listen for me is a song that's easy to listen to. You can put it on in the background. You know what I mean? You can let it fly. Like there's a bunch of artists that make great music that I think is just comfortable to listen to. It's
Yeah.
just easy. You know what I mean?
I want you to
It's
think.
not challenging.
I want you to think.
This is challenging music to listen to. But challenging is a good thing. You know what I mean? Because you're getting us to really talk about it. Like we're talking about, you know what I mean? Like not being able to buy happiness, but like it's kind of funny because, you know, a lot of people think that you can.
Yeah.
And diamonds are one of those things that people associate with happiness, and yet you're singing like this sad song in a happy tone. It's very you're playing with us.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a romantic song. It's just about I just want to, you know, be in a high-rise hotel room, presidential suite with the woman of my dreams dancing on a red velvet bed with roses all over the place, and candles and velvet cake.
Yeah.
Like
You thought this out.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, but it's not the fact. The fact isn't, oh, we're in this huge luxurious space. It's actually that I'm with the person that I want to be with for the rest of my life. That's actually the most important thing here. And everything else is sad. It's like, yo, I had to sneak you in here. Okay, when we leave, I'm gonna have to sneak you out. There's gonna be cameras surrounding us when we walk out the building. Like, that's the sad part. And everything else that's in the room, it's like not even the stuff that's all luxurious is happening. It's you. I just want you. Please.
I know. So that's kind of the, I don't know. So Diamonds is kind of that record on here. You know, it does kind of tell that part of the story. But it makes sense of those first three songs a bit.